won 3 Grammy Awards. He won the prestigious Tech Foundation Les Paul Award, more Guitar Magazine awards than you can count, and he even holds the Guinness record for the world's largest online guitar lesson. In '98, Vai co-founded the Make a Noise Foundation, which provides musical instruments and lessons to young people without the means. And as a friend to both the brand and the president, Mr. Yoshihiko Kagami, Vai's guitar rig has included the SDE 3000, delays, the GR guitar synthesizer, the DS1 distortion pedal, and a whole lot more. In 2016, this longtime friendship culminated with the release of the Steve Vai Legacy Tone Capsule for our Boss Waza amplifiers. I can honestly go on for quite a while with this list of accomplishments, but at this point, I'm gonna ask the CEO of Roland to come back to the stage, Mr. Junichi Miki, the president of Boss, Mr. Yoshihiko Kagami, and how about we hear from the man himself. So ladies and gentlemen, would you please now join me and welcome the 2018 Boss Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Mr. Steve Vai.
You got it.
This is substantial. Thank you so much, and it's so nice to be here, and it's always so nice to be recognized. And you know, for a guitar player like myself, coloring the sound of the instrument is like, it makes every day like Christmas, you know what I mean? And coloring that sound, it's almost like a weird attraction that we have to the gear. And even the way the gear looks, you know? And I remember when I was young, I would try to scrape up a couple of bucks here and there to buy some kind of fun foot pedal to stomp on. But I remember when I moved out to California in 1980, and I saved up enough to buy some real gear, some actual rack-mounted gear. And so, like, wow, this is like in a rack. How cool is that? And it was the Roland SDE 3000, and I bought 2 of them. And I have to tell you that those pieces of gear were so vital to me for my sound and for the exploration of gear in general and the manipulation of sound. I created a stereo setup, which was just so nice with delays. And that gear was vital for me for many years. I used it all through my Flexible was my first solo record in like 1983, which was around where I got the gear, and kept it with me all through my Alcatraz days, David Lee Roth days, kept it in the studio for years, and there was always something I felt about this gear. And it was a real attraction because it was like the tool of the trade, you know, the paintbrush. And it was so interesting when I discovered I was working with Roland, and I've been so fortunate to know their gear for so many years, and to have, from that period when I was introduced to this SDE, the quality of it resonated to the point where anything that they came out with, I wanted to know, I wanted to feel, I wanted to use, and everything they came out was constantly innovative, on the cutting edge, practical, and very useful in the creative environment. And I still have it all. I always kept it. I got rid of so much other gear, but just always kept it because it always worked year after year. Even when innovations would come along, the Roland gear always had a quality to it that was, it just had a shelf life and still does. And it was so interesting when they had approached me to perhaps work on the Waza amp, and to create a tone capsule, which I was so thrilled about because anything I could do with Roland, I'm happy to do because of the quality. But what was so interesting to me was when finally I was introduced, I was telling them the story about my SDEs, and they said, well, Mr. Yoshi here is the one that invented it. And it was such a surprise because I had a new hero. My hero, I actually felt, you're the one. Thank you so much. And it was so nice. And actually, I had those units, and I gave them to him. which felt so good because he was like, I was 24, you were like my age when you made it, when I had it, and it was so nice to be able to exchange it. But it's also such an honor and a privilege to be receiving this award. And as I said, it's uncanny how year after year this company releases such great tools for guitar players. So interesting, and they keep me dancing all over the place. But I'm very appreciative of this, and I wish you the greatest success in the future, and am very grateful for your support and for all the brilliance you put into your product. Thank you very much.